One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Michie Stadium. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Checking in with the Army head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Army's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And here comes Cale Helms. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. They'll start the drive. Read option left. There he goes. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Black Knights have a lot of options on second and inches. Give to the big fullback. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Finding open areas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. This is a designed run, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Creates a little space. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. I mean, you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Henry. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense.
Here's a little room there. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Florida Atlantic races to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the big fella.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Unloads it left. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And we are not experts. We know a little bit about football, but one thing we all know, it's hard to win if you're going to continue to turn the football over. A fumble, an INT, a fumble. You're not going to score many points if you keep making donations to the other team.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse.
Yo, what is you doing? Look at him.
Defense all over that pitch on the option. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here's the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The run inside. It's Bernard. Turning it on. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. A lot of yardage in front of them, 1st and 10 from their own 19. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
Running inside, it's Howard. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pulls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Handoff to the fullback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Hurry up.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Messer. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Looking for blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Black Knights in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Let's look at the big picture for Army. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. On the move. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yo, the fuck? What are you doing right now, brother? You had... Look. You had him. You're literally staring right at him. And then, I guess what? I could have ran.
Nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here comes the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down.
Yeah, you getting bent. Someone else gonna take your spot. I don't know who yet. Where's the freshman at?
They've got a first at the 32. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. On the run, it's Bernard. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Owls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Makes the grab. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Makes the grab. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes his man miss. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The corners are walked up tight. To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Black Knights. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Back to pass on second down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Army! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands, it's Bernard. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here comes the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Running to Green. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. That's caught. It's Henry. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The run inside. It's Bernard. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Sets up the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
They give it to him again. Could be an alley. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all the...
Caught, and he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Scrambling away. On the run, deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. He'll take it himself. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Slings it downfield. It's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dances away to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football.
He's got it. Touchdown, Black Knights. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just 1 possession away. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
RPO complete to open the drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
It's complete to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Florida Atlantic races to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 15. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little chance for a ball handling mishap. No fumbles. He secures the football, wraps it up, falls forward, and usually gets positive yards.
And he'll be brought down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. The give to the big fullback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now he's looking to throw it. Here comes the heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to run it across the 25. He slides past the first down marker and picks it up on 4th. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the gun. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. There he goes. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free kick.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, got to have it here. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Army!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Deflected near the end zone.
That decision to go for 2 is going to be questioned and criticized all throughout the rest of the year and all throughout the offseason as well. If you just kick it, you tie it, and you send this thing into overtime potentially, but now because you went for the win, you need an onside kick to have a shot to pull this one in.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Trying to impose their will with the run. Tackled there by the defense. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Running inside. It's Bernard. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 45. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's caught. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. The offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches